Scooby-Doo's a cartoon that's been around for ages, and in that span of more than 50 years, there have been numerous adaptations and shows that capture the beauty, simplicity, and unique concept of four kids solving mysteries alongside their dog. As a big-time fan, that has watched basically everything Scooby-Doo, except a few little things. I've gathered a ton of controversial opinions that at first I didn't even knew were controversial since it's my own opinion. But as I got involved in the Scooby community, I found that out. So here's a list, a quick summary I might say, of my controversial opinions, and please take these with a grain of salt since you don't have to agree with me, which is perfectly fine. Without any further ado, let's begin with controversial opinion number 1. Be Cool Scooby-Doo is 100 times better than Scooby-Doo and Guess Who? This take might surprise many people, but I can explain why I feel like this. First of all, I want to say that Guess Who has the better animation style, and that's a proven fact, but the show lacks in every other aspect when it's compared to Be Cool. In my opinion, people are way too harsh and judgmental towards Be Cool, and that's strictly because of its animation, especially because the show was a follow-up to Mystery Incorporated. The style changes in general were huge to ignore. If you gave the show a chance and realized that it's not for you, so therefore you stopped watching it, then fine, whatever floats your boat. But if you said straight up no to watching it just because of the animation, then you're seriously missing out on a solid Scooby-Doo show. The show was ahead of its time. In my opinion, it had lots to unpack, from being quirky and silly to being seriously nightmarish in some scenes. Be Cool is worth that watch you're putting off. Trust me, this show's amazing. On the other side of the spectrum, the new Scooby-Doo movies walked, so Scooby-Doo and Guess Who could run. The new Scooby-Doo movies are so good that it puts Guess Who to shame. Guess Who failed in every aspect that it was trying to achieve. The show has zero scary moments, and don't even get me started on the gang calling each guest star's name in unison. The unison thing is so annoying that it completely disregards the fun and interesting ways we met the guest stars in the new Scooby-Doo movies in each episode. Plus, can we talk on how most guest stars weren't even that recognizable until you search them up on the internet? The show missed so many opportunities to have famous people in it, like for example Ariana Grande, Angelina Jolie, and others. The show should have been called Scooby-Doo, and guess how many opportunities we missed? I'm seriously wondering whose idea was this. The animation pasting and smoothness ate down in comparison to this show's flaws. And on that note, we're moving on to What's New Scooby-Doo is sorta overrated. Please don't kill me for this, but I never understood the hype that this incarnation in particular got. And I'm not saying that the show is necessarily bad, because in theory it's quite the opposite. The show is fun and enjoyable, but I never found it to be one of my favorites growing up. And let me tell you, I watched a lot of it back when it was re-airing on Boomerang. I think what most people liked about the show was the modern technology introduction in the Scooby franchise. Hence, the show aired in the 2000s. But I guess that wasn't enough for me to love it as much as everyone else. Off topic, but I don't have a problem with Shaggy's, Velma's and Scooby's design, but I do with Fred's and Daphne's. I hated and still hate how they removed Fred's ascot and how they reanimated Daphne's dress. Also, I hated how they made Velma's and Daphne's heels or shoes or whatever they are more rounded and boring rather than the pointy, well-drawn ones they had from 1969 up until the end of the Scooby-Doo show in 1978. Maybe these last-minute clothes changes they did aren't that bad, but I still to this day dislike them, and I can't think otherwise. Clothes out of the picture, the characters' models by themselves look and feel very 2000s-ish, and I appreciate that because they work well with the backgrounds. Also, before moving forward to other opinions, I just wanted to say that it's such a refreshing feeling to hear Mindy Cohn voice Velma. She's so fitting for her sarcastic and ironic personality that I can't hear anyone else portraying her and doing better. Yes, female monsters/villains are the best type of monsters. In every adaptation there are few, and in some even none, which is in all honesty really disappointing. Fortunately, Mystery Incorporated nailed every single female monster to the core, and I'll die on that hill. This is my opinion. And I'm pretty sure everyone can tell from my ranking videos that if a monster is female, it automatically gets put higher on the list. Hate all you want, but the female monsters are always better and more interesting. Ever since I was a kid, female monsters intrigued me, and my dear lord, whoever created the designs for all monsters in general, in Mystery Incorporated, you deserve to be rich beyond imagining. Those designs be going off the hook. The animators were called to deliver, and they snatched my entire wig collection. My young self wasn't aware what he was watching when he discovered this show. Pawn of Shadows was a life-changing sight to behold for me. From the first time I watched it, it instantly became my favorite episode of the whole franchise, alongside my favorite villain, the Obliteratrix. Outside of Mystery Incorporated, I loved how every witch from 1969 till 1978 were very similar in design, but they really made sure to differentiate them, and it clearly shows. The ghost of Witch McCoy is the best witch in the whole franchise for me, and Janet Waldo voicing her was the best part. I mean, just hear her voice and you'll see what I mean.
Who's in here? If I find any intruders in my cave, I'll turn them into toads.
That does it, Scoob. We're done for.
The Ghost Witch of Old Salem was voiced by Janet also, but I think she outsold in the Ozark Witch Switch. The Swamp Witch from episode 13 in the original series was voiced by none other than Don Messick, which, in all honesty, his performance is so good that all my childhood I thought the witch was voiced by a woman, LOL.
So, you dared enter the swamp in spite of my warning signs.
You shouldn't believe everything you read.
No, my pretty. I think you meddlers must be taught a lesson in witchcraft. Smoke of evil, make her vanish!
Daphne!
The Swamp Witch in the Scrappy episode kind of flopped in comparison, but my gosh, the ghost of Prima Donna, the ghost of the Cliff Bride, the ghost of Mother and Arachne delivered so much in Be Cool Scooby-Doo. Do Not Disturb is a horror movie on its own, if we're being truthful. Fun fact if you guys didn't know, in the making of Do Not Disturb, the head writer working on the episode was asked to tone it down to be less scary for children. Pause to read if you need more time. The fact that in What's New Scooby-Doo, being as popular as it is, not having even one single female monster is truly diabolical and so much disappointing. Sorry, not sorry. The Creeper, the Ghost of Bigfoot, the Headless Horseman of Halloween, the Snow Beast, the Jaguaro are all overrated as hell. Goodness gracious, I feel like if the people who like these monsters see me on a random street, they'd jump me.
When I was 16 years old, I was jumped by 4 dudes for $5.
Don't get me wrong, these monsters are far from bad, since in my opinion there's no such thing as a bad Scooby-Doo thing. Well, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo get a clue, and Velma are 2 stories for another day. These monsters I mentioned aren't that good or memorable for me in comparison to others. The Creeper is just a random hunchback dude who stalks underage teenagers like a psycho, while he's saying his name out loud on repeat like a schizophrenic. Oh, and a detail to mention is that he wants a paper from these minors. Gosh, thinking this in my head sounds like a 90s movie about a drunk man who's following his neighbor's kids because they found out he cheated on his wife, and now he's afraid they might snitch. Jeepers, It's the Creeper is definitely one of the weaker episodes of the show for me, with its only strong point being that bridge scene where the gang try to walk on.
Come back!
Come on, let's get out of here while we still can.
Come back! Come back!
And the best chase scene and chase song in the second season in general. Other than that, points for being an episode from the original series, I guess. The Ghost of Bigfoot. I'm gonna skip this episode since I don't have much to say. I don't love the main villain in it. I most definitely do not love the guest stars. The setting is somewhat nice, because it's a winter one, which is a nice change, and I appreciate it. My favourite part of the episode is the gang discovering the secret passages and corridors in the ski lodge thing they're staying at. It adds a nice mystery feeling, which I like in a Scooby-Doo episode. The episode's ending is also nice, I might add. Minus points for the monster's name being the episode name itself. Hate it when they do that, which is a trend at this point.
He's disappeared again, but at least we know one thing.
What's that?
He's not just a ghost. Bigfoot's for real.
The gang's winter outfits always slay in every iteration. Funny throwback to when Daphne said I have 6 sweaters on and I'm freezing in the Curse of Viking Lake.
That's for sure. I've already got 6 sweaters on and I'm freezing.
Like, girl, how skinny are you? You're wearing 6 sweaters and we can't even tell. Honestly, body goals. I'm getting seriously sidetracked here. Let's get back to the main point. The Horseman episode, yeah, another forgettable one for me. The only scene I remember is where that lady's necklace almost got stolen straight off of her neck, which, how delusional are you that someone can swipe your expensive necklace off your neck like that? I can't even. I don't even wear a necklace, and I can tell when someone is trying to snatch it from my neck. And in a fully lit room, too. The episode's events are boring. The only notable one is where they're at the graveyard. I appreciate the gang's Halloween costumes, especially Daphne's, and that's it. Moving on to the Snow Beast, another uninteresting one. Another winter-themed episode, and my god did they butcher the gang's winter outfits. They all look horrible. The episode's a hit or miss, and it definitely missed me. The best scene is where the gang slip and slide on the ice, which is funny, I have to admit. The Snow Beast's roar sounds like a baby tiger is being born. It doesn't sound threatening at all. It sounds like I'm watching an Animal Planet documentary. The Jaguaro episode has a really nice setting, and I really like it. Ironically, I prefer the Wild Tribe as villains than the Jaguaro, but that's just me. The scene where the gang's flying in the airplane reminds me of that opening scene in Josie and the Pussycats, where Melody almost kills everyone on board because of her umbrella.
Hey, I can't see.
You want us to crash, Melody? Close that stupid umbrella. Okay.
Hey, take it off. I can't see. Valerie, grab the controls.
Roger.
Remember how I said that the Snow Beast's roar sounded like a baby tiger being born? Well, the Jaguaro's roar sounds like the mother tiger giving birth, which is maybe kinda acceptable since the Jaguaro is a wild cat after all. It's ironic to me, since Daphne is my favourite character, and the 2 episodes that have her catchphrase in their title are one of my least favourite ones. Call it fate or not, something you like has to be present in an episode you dislike to make it more bearable. And with that beautifully written quote, if I do say so myself, we're continuing with. Scooby-Dum sucks. It's official, I'm getting jumped over these opinions, lol. I never liked him. I never found him funny or entertaining even though I tried so much. The whole dumb act didn't make the cut for me, and because of him, I can't enjoy some episodes to their full potential. It especially hurts to see him present in the 2nd season of the Scooby-Doo show, since it's the best season produced out of the 3. He just ruins the episodes for me. Thank God he wasn't in the entirety of the 2nd season, because I would have cried. In comparison to season 1, Vampire Bats and Scaredy Cats and the Chiller Diller movie Thriller weren't as bad to watch because of him. The atmosphere was the main thing that saved them from being unwatchable. The story, plot, and events in Vampire Bats and Scaredy Cats are just too iconic to mistreat because of Scooby-Dum. For example, I really loved Scooby-Dee, and I was devastated that she didn't return past this episode. Her voice just scratches my brain.
Phantom.
Hello, dearie.
What? You and me? Oh.
Get going. Gotcha. Look, here comes Scooby-Dee.
Hey, like she's okay.
Dee, I think you'll be safer back in your own car.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all say.
She was such a lovely character, unlike Scooby-Dum. The amount of dog focusing in this episode in particular is wild, and it's not even a dog competition themed one where you'd expect more dogs to be present, like for example in Homeward Hound and Worst in Show. I'm sending my sincere condolences to the fans that actually enjoyed Scooby-Dum's involvement in the show. I, on the other hand, didn't, And that's why this next opinion is going to be character-based as well. But this time, instead of disliking, it's going to be liking. P.S. It's going to be the other way around for most people.
Was that it? Am I missing something? I don't know.
And thank you for following me. Yeah. Okay, love you guys. Don't forget to smile.